We have returned to the Milton Basin, mainly with the objective of leaving as much as we can here so that leaving the zone with the travois isn't overly challenging. Solid plan so far. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where I'm going to pop that down. That fire is plenty hot. We need to sleep. We need to sleep through the nights. Those pinnacle beaches are ruined, but I can probably heat... No, I didn't want to actually eat those. I can probably heat them. So if I were to say... Can I place that straight up? Yeah, I can. There. If we do that... that might improve their condition. I can't recall if it would actually do too much. Let's find out. Yeah, 0% condition. I'm going to not worry about eating those. As much as it hurts my soul, because those are good pinnacle peaches. Everything else is probably fine. I'm going to drink this summit soda just to top off the caloric load real quick. And we're going to not even worry about that. We're still going to have the fire in more than 11 hours, to be frank. Let's sleep for... Oh, I definitely did not increase the sleep timer there. Should have increased the sleep timer. Let's try that again, shall we? And say 8 hours. Nice to finally have that improvised down bedroll. I mentioned last episode that we've struggled just by happenstance to get the Signal Void stuff done on the channel as planned over the last few months. And one thing that we were also trying to get is this frickin' improvised down bedroll. And now we finally have it, which is nice. So I'm quite happy about that. Now, it looks like I still... Let's go ahead and eat the other MRE. That's part of the reason I brought it down here. Again, I'm going to be leaving as much stuff down here in that firewood container as I possibly can. Not going to be worrying about bringing stuff back with me, because we're going to come back through here later on. Now, first aid kit, antiseptic, nice. I'm not going to break that up. It's not necessary. I'll pick up the reclaimed wood because it doesn't cost anything to pick it up. As I mentioned, I'm going to do a little bit of exploring down here, but I'm not super confident that there's much left to find. All right, I will... You know what? I'm going to leave the... One thing I'm going to leave behind, I know this is a little bit nuts, but I'm going to leave the storm lantern. I have flares, and flares are the most important kind of thing to have. So we're going to leave the burdock. We're going to leave... I'll keep the cat... Well, no, I'm going to transfer all the cattails, too. I know that's nuts. I'm putting my cattails away. What is wrong with me? But I will keep the flashlight out, because for now we've got wolves around. The scrap metal... I mean, there's a possibility I could, find that workbench that I was talking about finding last episode, but right now I'm not super optimistic it's going to happen. So I mainly just want to put stuff away permanently and not have to worry about it. I can put 2 of these fire strikers away. I can honestly keep, you know what? I'm going to put all the matches away too. All this is going to get picked back up later. All of it. I can put the accelerant away. Definitely put the antiseptic away. The water purification tablets. The prepared rose hips. Those, absolutely, my god. We'll keep everything else just as a precaution. I do have a few clothing items. I want to fix that fleece cowl and see what its total condition is. I talked about that last episode too. I couldn't quite remember whether or not that was going to be worth it. I will keep that dog food because I might need to eat that in a bit. But everything else here, I'm going to go ahead and just drop. I'll keep the beef jerky too. Some of this stuff I will need to eat soon. I'm going to put the tea away. Don't need the lantern fuel, obviously. Keep the torches. Okay. The rest of this, I think I've probably done enough. Also... Yeah, the saplings, I'll put those away. We still need to cure those. And then this scrap metal I need to finish putting away. There we go. Okay, so I feel better. That's lots of extra carrying weight. I will be able to bring everything down and then some. I might even be able to get rid of more stuff. But right now, what can I do? I don't have anything to read. I could potentially cook for a bit. Let's go ahead and eat the dog food. I can lose even more weight here. Inedible burn stuff. Did that give us a can? I'm curious. Did that give us a can? Because it should have, right? It didn't, though. That's interesting. Didn't get a free can out of that. You would think that you would, but you don't. Alright, so can't do anything with the rest of the dog food because my stomach is completely full. But I guess I'll hold on to it. And yeah, it sounds like the aurora is going away on account of the weather getting worse. That's fine. The sun's about to come up anyway. That's kind of bad timing for the weather to get worse, though, because I wanted to do some more exploring. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else up top that I could go. If it's going to get snowy down here, I kind of just want to get the heck out. Let's pass time for an hour and then maybe sleep for 2. Yep, blizzard. That's what I was afraid of. How we doing on that? Yep, plenty of time. Gonna sleep for like an hour and change. Yeah. Great. Loving this. Loving everything about it. Let's pass the time. Drink some water. Eat some dog food. I love how we just say that so casually. Like it's normal. Like this is just something we should accept as happening. We shouldn't. It's terrible. Alright. I'm hoping if I sleep for like 1 more hour here. Need to keep an eye on the fire length too. I think the wind just changed direction. It did. A little bit. Still got plenty of time on the fire. Interesting. We have an all-day blizzard so far. I'm going to go ahead and just put some coal on the fire so as to make sure that it stays alight. I'm not even having to think about it. We're going to sleep for a few hours. It is past noon and still howling. Wow. Okay. All right. I see you, game. I see you making my life more difficult. It's a little bit rude. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I can see the wolves immediately. Look at all that extra carrying capacity. That's wild. I still have all of my weapons, I just don't have much of my gear. And we'll be coming back and taking a bunch of stuff with us on the travel walk. I mean, the slopes are still going to make life challenging, I think, as we head into Forlorn Muskeg. Forlorn Muskeg's... The kind of route we have to follow on Forlorn Muskeg is not conducive to easily traveling with the Travois. But then once we're down there at the bottom, we should be a little bit better. It's going to be a really interesting dynamic that I'm not accustomed to, and I guess it'll be fun to watch me adjust to it. Hopefully, that's the idea. But let me first do a little bit more looking around. Hi, buddy. A little bit more looking around down here. There are a few places I want to check. I am so close. I've talked about this so many times. I love discovering the zones organically in that classical style of like exploring the zones, building up my map knowledge. If there's a new zone or a zone that I'm not familiar with, I don't like looking at maps. I encourage other players not to do the same. Obviously, you do you. I'm not going to judge people for looking at maps. It's not the same thing. But I think the game is a lot of fun when you, at least if you think the way that I do, when you allow yourself to just sort of be immersed in that feeling of exploration and learning your way around. But I'm so close to just pulling up a frickin' map. Not while I'm here. I mean, I wouldn't do it for that purpose, but I want to know. I know that there are a bunch of rifle spawn locations in Milton. And it's like, man, you know, where did I not look? Where did I not check? Okay, I don't know why I'm coming this way. I've already checked the little area that I wanted to. Let me back off. Alright, it's thankfully... Oh, you know what I never did? I never repaired that fleece cowl. Let's do that while we still have some time by the fire and some clothing items that I can break up. I think I meant to do that when I was dropping stuff off. Or at least I thought about it. Yeah, we got 3 hours on this. Let's do this real quick. Yeah, because we have this hoodie. Let's harvest that. I totally meant to do that earlier. This is going to pass a little bit of time, but it'll help the storm pass, which is part of the reason I did this stuff. Just 10 minutes to harvest this. And the fleece cowl should repair quickly, too. Maybe in just one go, which would be nice. I will heat some coffee on this fire, too. Since I can. Okay. Let's see what happens. I just need to remind myself of the potential of this item. That's all. Alright, 83%. Let's just take a quick look at it. No, it's not... Yeah, it's not as good. That's what I thought. That is what I thought. So, let's just harvest it. You would think a fleece cowl would be a little bit more protective than a wool toque. But it's just... It's really not. Okay. Yeah, this is a really good time to leave, I think. If I... So this would be an interesting experiment in heating all the coffee. We were talking about this previously. If I heat every bit of the coffee... Oh, wait. I didn't mean to do that. But, okay, that's fine. Actually, you know what? I can probably just heat all of them right now. Yep. Just being very careful not to drink any of them. Alright, they're all warming. Nice. Okay, so we're going to take every single one of those. So now that should show, if we look at the flask, that it's completely hot, which is nice. Now, obviously I want to take one of those out and drink it, so that I can travel back where I need to travel. Is there anywhere else I want to look around, though? I can't imagine anywhere else where the rifle would show up if it were here. And I'm at this point, like, I don't know if I'm that worried about it, to tell you the truth. I've been mentioning it, so I kind of want to, like, you know. Alright, there's a dead deer. That's kind of sad. That's exactly what we knew would happen. Alright, there's the moose hanging out. We're going to have to avoid that big guy. But yeah, I kind of... I just heard a wolf over there somewhere. I'm not sure exactly. I kind of just don't mind that much at this point. The situation with the rifle. I've looked, I put in the effort, I'm happy with the effort I put in. Haven't found it. Really trying not to piss that big guy off. Where else could it be? I mean, I would think if there was a body here with a rifle potentially near it, we would see or hear carrion crows right now. And I don't. So yeah, there's a part of me that just like, I'm ready to head back up to the main area of the zone. Not everything's going to be cured yet. But we have some reading that we could do at Grey Mother's for the rifle skill. That would pass a lot of time. I have plenty of food there. I suppose the only thing to really... Well, I've kind of already left. I could leave some stuff at the bottom of the rope. If there's anything else I wanted to leave down here to not worry about, I could leave some stuff at the bottom of the climbing spot. Which I probably will. Okay. Speaking of carrion crows, I do... Oh no, that's a... Isn't there a prop deer over here? Yeah. That's a prop deer. I'm still gonna peek, just to make sure. Hi, bunnies. Hi, friends. I was wondering when they would react to my presence. Okay. Check the flask. I'm curious about the temperature of that thing. Still plenty hot. Lovely. So yeah, the combined temperature of the things you put in the flask matters to how long it stays warmed up, which is really cool. Hi, bunny. Okay, looks like we're home free. This next climb is going to be a little bit more challenging, obviously, because we have to go the opposite direction up to reasonable length climbs, the second being taller than the first. But yeah, I think I like the idea of just getting back to Grey Mother's, reading those books, going through some of my... I don't necessarily want to take all the food with me that's in the fridge, because it's going to be way too much. I do have lots of room in my inventory right now because of the stuff that I left behind. And I'm hoping that I don't... Oh, wait. You know what? Hold on. I'm not prepared for this climb. I need to let my sprint recharge. I do have lots of room in my inventory left. But, like, I'm hoping that I didn't leave anything that I regret leaving. That I just need for the last couple seconds while I'm up here. Also, do you need a workbench to make the travelogue? In which case... The only place I can think of that would have a workbench... Oh, I just remembered. Okay, I know where we can make it. Obviously, yeah. So it's the farmhouse. That's where we'll make it. I don't know why I didn't remember that during the last episode. I was just sitting here, like, scratching my head. Where are we going to make this thing? Obviously, that's the spot. Alright. I probably need to drink a coffee before I take the next climb, would be my guess. Although, truth be told, I'm so unencumbered that even getting tired on the climb is not going to be that bad. It's really not. So that's kind of cool. I'm a fan of that. Let's go ahead and drink one of the coffees. Hello. A little bit more temperature, a little bit more warmth. And this is a 2-stage climb. We will most likely have to use it. We will have to use it. There's no doubt. And I'll probably just go straight into the farmhouse. And I guess I can look around a little bit more and see if I might have missed anything the first time. I can check the area of the farm now that I have the bow. Let's take a quick break on the ledge. I guess I'll grab these sticks because I can.
Setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Yes. That, generally speaking, is how sunsets work. Takes a while, though. Temperature is an ambient thing. Alright, up we go. Yeah, given how tired I'm going to be when I finish this climb, and given the fact that I'm probably going to be in the path of multiple wolves. Oh boy, yeah. I might get encumbered, despite the difference in my carrying capacity, because I'm almost at 25% exhaustion. How close am I? I've got to be getting close. Wow, I still have 20 pounds of leeway here. Wow. Was not expecting that. Alright, let's knock an arrow and see if we can get to the farmstead. There's a dead deer there. The main thing is food to eat. I do have a few things that I can snack on. Part of me is thinking I would benefit from grabbing the meat off of that deer. You know, honestly, yeah, I will go back to the farmstead, but there's a part of me that's just like, let me go, like, to the river right now, because I can start grabbing cattails and use those as my food for the remainder of my time here. Because that's the main thing that was, I'm sure, surprising to see me drop. But I don't need them right now. I can come back for them later. And I will, because that's the whole plan. We're doing a staged exit here. A multi-step exit from the zone. We've got to make that travel off first. Also, I'm kind of nervous about where this wolf is going to be, because usually there's the one... Yep. A wolf scuffle right now would not go well for me. I am tired. So I'm going to try to avoid upsetting that particular woodland friend. We're going to try and get to the farmstead. Even if we get the wolf's attention, I think I should be able to get in the front door. This is the first place I came, and this was way before HRV, so it's actually been a while in the series. And obviously the schedule for the series has been a bit hit or miss over the holidays, just with how busy I was. So it's been even longer than just the episode count. Normally, you know, if I were going full daily series, you can just count episodes and count days. But it's been like 2 weeks. I would say at least. Close to 3 since I was here. Which is wild to think about. Alright, man, that wolf is walking exactly in the direction I would like to walk. That's kind of rude. Is that another wolf right there? Oh my god, it is. Is that another wolf? No, that's the fence, I think. But yeah, there's 2 wolves. Look at how tired I am. I do not need to get in a fight right now. Now remember, these are not the same strength wolves as against all odds 6 and 7 wolves. So I'm not concerned about getting mauled and losing, like I'm not concerned about my life being threatened. At this point, my main concern is something slowing me down. Something getting in my way. Alright, there's some firewood there. I'm just checking spots where I might have missed a rifle previously. Don't really care, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to look. Good lord, dude. You scared me. Alright, just like I said, I'm going to stand up and run in. I don't care if they see me. Inside we go. Now, I currently do not have my lantern. I left it behind. So, in order to look around here in the dark for the second time, I'm going to have to use this. Now, I'm pretty sure these books I've already researched. Let's take another look around. I've already done this once, so I don't want to waste too much time, but I just want to make sure. Yep. Looks pretty solid. Alright, we have that secondary revolver. So there, I mean, at least there's some stuff here. Like, if I wanted to grab that revolver and use it, I totally could. I didn't drop my ammo, I just dropped the gun. Actually, come to think of it, I didn't drop the gun either. I still have the revolver. Never mind. Never mind. All good. Any cabinets? Nope. I've already been here, but it's been a while, so I'm just giving it the benefit of the doubt. I guess I'm not giving it the benefit of the doubt, am I? I'm doing the opposite of giving the benefit of the doubt. I'm just being purposely paranoid. Okay. I need to sleep. It's nice that flares can't burn houses down in the long dark, right? Let's all just take a moment to appreciate that. Also, I need to drink some water, which I can do. Let's go ahead and finish the dog food. Gonna head back up to Grey Mother's and then get that reading done. And I think I should be able to go grab the guts. So we're very close at this point to having the travois. And being able to leave. Oh, there's an aurora right away. Kind of startled me, if I'm being honest. Okay, woke up fully rested. The sun is rising. That's what I wanted to see. Does seem like... yeah, I'm gonna need food soon. But that's okay. So let's step out this way. Oh, wow. Crappy weather. It's going to be hard to spot wolves in this because it's still dark. It's still very cold. I'm going to lose some condition most likely, but my health is full, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is back off. Not sure where the wolves are. Remember that one of the settings I did change to make things a little bit spicier this series. There's a word I haven't used in a bit. Just to make things a little bit spicier. One of the things that I did was I made the wolves spawn closer, potentially, to, like, exit points. There's a setting, there's kind of a buffer zone for when you enter an area where there could be a wolf. There's kind of a grace zone that you can set up in the custom settings to say, hey, I don't want a wolf to spawn too close to me when I'm, like, entering an area from another area. I reduced that setting, lower than Interloper. So the wolves have the capacity to jump me when I'm leaving locations. It hasn't happened yet in the series, which is interesting. I would have thought in Season 0 or Season 01 at this point, it would have happened already, but no. So far, we've been good. All considered.
Looks like I made it through another night.
You did indeed. Good job. Alright, so it actually seems like this weather is about to... Yep. Great. So the downside of this is that the wolves are not going to despawn. Unfortunately. So I need to be very careful here. Normally a blizzard would make me feel like I could just go where I need to go. Now, talked about this. I don't think it was in this series, but it was in maybe Season 0 or Season 7 for sure. You know, discussing this idea of, like, when and where the wolves despawn. Like, on the one hand, it's... You know, one explanation is that they despawn within a certain distance from the player. Another explanation is that if you're outside, all the wolves that are outside in that current area remain until you kind of go inside and reset everything. And then you go back outside and they've despawned. My understanding has always been that it's kind of a radius. But there seems to be some disagreement. Which is fine. Disagreement is allowed. Let's see. Let's sleep for just an hour. Lots of blizzard. Lots of snowy weather. Lots of blizzarding nonsense this particular episode. Well, let's pick that up. Now, I have been in here as well. That doesn't mean I won't double check and be purposely paranoid here too. There's that flashlight. I remember skipping that the first time. Yep. All right, we can step back outside. Now, at this point, the wolves will be gone, for sure. So now I can just head back to Grey Mother's. Or you know what? There's a part of me that's like, why would I just go to Grey Mother's? Hang on, let's check. I do have a bedroll. Just want to make sure I pick that up. Let's do this. Let's go to the church. I've got the energy. We've got the road to speed up our movement. I need to get those guts. The guts are definitely going to be cured. Like, without a doubt, they're going to be cured. And it hasn't been enough time, I don't think, for the saplings to cure. But once those are cured, we can make the travois. And then we can get the heck out of the zone. And then we can start moving towards Signal Void. Which is kind of getting back to where we were at the start of Season 0. And at the end, also, to a large extent, of Season 7. Okay, let me double check here, make sure I've looked over right. Yep. Alright, keep going. There may still be some vehicles along the road that I haven't fully searched, because you have to remember that when I went to HRV, I kind of detoured off the road. Yeah, I did kind of detour off the road. That was the thing that happened. So it's worth remembering that that could be a factor.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
There's another battery. That's good to know. Let me step in here real quick just to make sure I check that glove box. Yep, visor's checked. Okay. We're going to do a couple of things here. Going to step inside. Where are those guts? There they are. 2 cured guts. Perfect. There's those. There's nothing else here as I recall. There is this extra hunting knife, which might be nice to have, because I think... No. Never mind. It's just not necessary. I thought I might have left my hunting knife, but that would have not made as much sense to leave behind. That's a useful tool. Alright. Nothing else to do here. I'm going to make a quick save point. This blizzard is keeping my life plenty interesting. Do I have anything to snack on? I have the potato, but that's it. So we're going to need to grab some cattails from out back. And I believe I might have already grabbed those, so this could be interesting. I know there's some more cattails nearby, though. All right, there's our save point. I'm going to stop this one here. In the next one, all we have to do is read those books to pass the time while those... I honestly think by the end of the next episode, we will have the saplings cured and we can make the travois. It might be pushing it to get to the end of the next episode and have that done, but I am anticipating that within an episode to an episode and a half worth of content, we're going to be at the travois, and then we'll be leaving for the Forsaken Airfield. And for then we have to get Signal Void done before we can do the new zone. And there's an argument to be made, for going into the new zone before doing Signal Void. Sure. But I personally, also those of you that have been watching Against All Odds since Season 7, when we were playing in high difficulty and we were so close to getting the Signal Void stuff underway, at 200 plus days in, there's a part of me that is being a bit of a completionist, not in a bad way, and just wanting to get that done. So that's something that I'm really, really focused on at this point in time. So we're going to get the travois as one of the main things I'm looking forward to, as I've been saying that since episode 1 of this series, and then proceed towards just Signal Void. Bit of older content before we jump into the newest content, but it'll be worth the wait because we're going to explore the world, continue to kind of dive in and explore the newest features, including the cooking system, as we have the opportunity to do so. That reminds me, I've gotten a lot of recipes so far in this playthrough, and I haven't really leaned into seeing what those possibilities are yet. So that might be one thing that we do as we're on the road, especially once we finally have this frickin' thing by the end of the next episode, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Wednesday at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below. And I'll see you next time.